A man disguised himself as a clown, preparing to rob a bank. But as soon as he reached the entrance, an elderly security guard stopped him, explaining that the bank was already closed. The robber immediately pulled out a gun and lifted his vest, revealing what appeared to be a dangerous device strapped to his chest. After seeing it, the guard chose to cooperate. He handed over his weapon and calmly walked into the lobby alongside the robber. Holding a balloon in one hand and a gun in the other, the robber loudly announced the holdup. But everyone simply smiled and continued working. With a helpless sigh, he fired 2 shots into the ceiling. Only then did everyone realize the robbery was real. The customers screamed and dropped to the floor. The bank manager seized the opportunity to press the silent alarm. The robber immediately warned everyone not to move. He even pointed his gun at a pet dog. Once the room finally fell silent, he tossed a bag onto the counter and ordered the teller to fill it with cash. But a customer who had just made a deposit became upset because he hadn't received his deposit slip. Surprisingly, the robber politely instructed the teller to give the customer his receipt first before filling the bag. Next, he forced everyone into the vault. The security guard even helped keep the hostages organized. After handing over the vault key, the guard calmly walked inside with everyone else. Meanwhile, police received the alarm. Snipers quickly surrounded the bank and a crowd soon gathered outside. The robber grabbed the bank manager and forced him to call the police chief. He warned that the device strapped to his chest was real, and if the police attempted to storm the building, he would blow up the entire bank. The chief refused to believe him and ordered a tactical team to sneak in through a window. The robber simply smiled and warned that another device had been placed there as well. The chief immediately panicked and called off the operation. The crowd outside instantly began booing. Left with no other choice, the chief agreed to negotiate and asked what the robber wanted. The robber pulled out a shopping list. He demanded a bus filled with fuel, a motorcycle, a large truck, and 2 helicopters. He promised to release 1 hostage each time one of his demands was met. The chief reluctantly agreed while secretly trying to buy more time. Before long, the first helicopter was ready. The robber entered the vault to choose the first hostage. By then, the people inside were on the verge of breaking down. One man nervously scratched his foot, another quietly prayed. The largest man in the room couldn't stop crying. When the robber announced he would release 1 hostage, one man even tried to bribe him with a gold watch. But at that moment, the large man suddenly threw up, filling the vault with an unbearable smell. The hostages immediately voted to send him out first. The crowd outside erupted in cheers. Soon afterward, the police delivered the motorcycle and the bus. It was time to release 2 more hostages. The robber kept his promise. But just as he was about to choose, a blonde woman stepped forward and repeatedly mocked him. His expression instantly darkened. He pulled open his vest again, revealing the device strapped to his body. Fearing she would provoke him even further, the other hostages quickly voted to send her out along with a curly-haired man. The police immediately questioned both of them. The blonde woman remained completely silent. The curly-haired man, however, kept rambling. Then the blonde woman noticed white face paint behind his ear. She reached over and quietly wiped it away. At that moment, the police chief still believed the real hostage had been released.